Hello and welcome back to the Power of Behavior channel. And in this video series, we are looking into Azure AI 900 exam topics. And this is the third video related to Azure AI services. And in this video, we'll be going through some of the AI Azure AI services and how you can use them in your own applications. We will just go through the overview of this one. So let's get started. And as we know that there are hardly any industry that has been affected by AI, affected in a positive way, for from online safety, healthcare, or classification, predictive modeling, and multiple things. Azure AI services helps utilize those AI capabilities, and it unlocks the automation workloads or language processing, document processing in a most efficient way. So Azure AI services are AI capabilities that can be built into websites or mobile applications, or web applications as well, in a way that's straightforward, and very very easy to implement. These AI services includes natural language processing, image recognition, speech, AI powered search, and more. There are many services that can be used separately or together to in an AI application, Azure AI application. So there are some examples like content safety, language, speech. And in speech they are converting speech to text and vice versa, and language processing is summarizing classifications and extracting the key phrases as well. And the safety is detecting harmful content in text or images as well. And the benefits related to that is they are pre-built and ready to use, and can be accessed via APIs, as well as available in Azure for quick integration as well. um, AI has been prohibitive for all but the large technology companies, because of several factors, include the large amount of data required to train the model, the massive amount of computing power needed. But Azure AI services make AI accessible to business of all sizes, by using the pre-trained machine learning models, um, uh, and delivering actually AI as a services. Azure AI services that it can be used. It uses the high resources, as well as high computation performance, computation power, and also involves pre-trained data as well, to just plug and play the services related to whatever you want to achieve. And also, these services are basically cater to various industries like education, sports, and in sports there can be performance analysis, as well as the AI vision as well. And these all services can be customized with specific data and unique use cases as well. So what needs to be done here is, it's this is accessed through the REST API, client libraries, or the logic apps as well. And this API allows seamless communication between software components and the actual application, enabling updates without disrupting the functionality. And also the most important part, as Microsoft offers, is minimal coding required, which makes it easier for the developer to integrate in the AI services. So Azure AI services are available on Azure, and you can use, they can be managed in the same way that the other services that you're managing, like platform as a service, or infrastructure as a service, or even SQL Server database. So it can be measured in a same way, and also it can be built in a same way as well for the billing purpose. So creating an AI service in the cloud base, you need to create the resource as well. So there are two types of service resource: is multi-service or single service. Your requirement depends upon what cost or what services you want to achieve. The multi-service resource is a resource that is created in the Azure portal to access to multiple services with a single key endpoint. Use these use the resource AI, Azure AI services, when you need the several services or exploring AI capabilities like multiple services like document processing, vision, and natural language processing, or speech recognition as well. So a single service, on contrary, is a resource that is created to use single AI service such as speech, vision, language, etc. And each AI service has a unique key or endpoint. So it depends on once the unique key is done through multiple services, all the services go into the API. So here's the Azure portal. You create and you search for Azure AI services, and you need to sign into Azure portal with the contributor access as well as and then you can create a resource. To create a multi-service resource, we can utilize Azure AI services, or if you want to use the single service resource, search for that Azure specific service like natural language processing, speech recognition. So there are multiple services, or single services are available as well. And then you can create a resource that is required and provide all the completion details and the unique name and all the subscription details as well to create that. Once you create the Azure AI service resource, you can build application using the REST API, and you using the SDK as well as the Visual Studio interfaces as well. So we can there are multiple services here in Azure, and in that Service Studio, this provides a friendly user interface to explore the Azure AI services. As you can see, there are different studios in different AI services. Like Vision Studio is something else, as your OpenAI Studio, as well as the Language Studio. These are customized interfaces to cater to the specific needs as well in the thing. This studio based approach allows you to explore, demonstrate, and evaluate all the services regardless of their experience of AI and the coding itself. But before you can use the AI service resource, you must associate with the studio you want to use on the settings page. So in order to get into that, we can select the resource and then select use resource, and then you are ready to explore the AI service um, in the studio. So as an example, we are just utilizing AI content safety service, which identify harmful text or images. To explore what content safety service does, let's use the content safety studio. And we will first be creating either a multiple service or a single service, and then on the content safety settings page, we select the resource. So that once you select the resource in the content safety, this service content is associated with the resource, and then it can be easy to use. So far, we have just gone through creating an AI service resource as well as associating with a specific AI Azure AI Studio. But how do you ensure that only those authorized to have access to the AI service? What we will do is we'll done through the authentication and the process of verification of the user or the accessibility of the service as well in that. So it uses the authentication request through API request, and each request include an endpoint and the resource key. The API manage authentication through these elements, and the resource key can be updated periodically for security. In code, both the endpoint and key are included in the authentication header. And Azure AI Services or Studio handles this authentication when the user is signed in. So this is done through, you know, for example, this keys and endpoint. When you write a code, you will be able to access the AI services, and the endpoint must be included in the authentication the authentication header, and then the authentication header send an authorization key to the service to confirm that the application can use the resources. When you use the studio interface with Azure services, your credentials are authenticated when you sign in. And similar process is happening in the background as well. The resource key protects the privacy of your resource, and to ensure this is always secure, the key can be changed periodically. And here are some of the services and things that we can go through. Some things related to summary, of course. APIs are application programming interface, Azure artificial intelligence, as well as the Azure AI services that how we can utilize. And we've also gone through the endpoint as well as the key. And we've gone through the multi-service resources as well as single service resources, and the REST API as well. Overall, Azure AI services are easy to use and available across the Azure platform. these capabilities include, as I mentioned before, the language, speech, vision, decision searching, and Azure Open AI as well. So this is it from this section, and I will be looking into the other sections that is the requirement of Azure AI 900 exam, and this will be the next module will be covering other computer vision, facial recognitions, document processing, as well as other things. So don't forget to give your feedback, and please like and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.